Divine Soul Lightworker messages. My name is Awa. These messages are direct oracle and divine channelings from the Most High in your Spirit Council. These messages will serve as an activation for your soul's ascension. Please be mindful that time is an illusion, so this may pertain to your past, present, or future. This may consist of something to be cautious of, provide insight into steps your team wants you to take, confirmation to tips and hints you have already received, or guidance from your galactic council. Please make sure you are checking with your personal guidance before making any and all decisions. So today's channel message has been something that the Most High has had me unpacking since about April 6th. I did write a blog about this topic on my website, spirituallyblended.com, where I kind of broke out the information that the Most High wants me to go into at this time. So I will get into the channel message, and then after the channel message, we'll go ahead and tap into the oracle cards and tarot cards to see how else the Most High and Spirit Council wants you to sift and shift through this energy, how else they can empower you, and any other specific information that will come out in the oracle or guidance cards after we go ahead and tap into this channel message that I have received. The channel message that I was hearing was the blossoming after death. And it came to me in a very weird way. So after doing my spiritual bath, I started to do some tidying up, like some spring cleaning, and I kept hearing the song Kissed by a Rose by Seal. But I wasn't, the part that I was hearing of the song was Kiss from a Rose on the Grave. So I kept hearing it. I was doing laundry. I kept hearing Kiss from a Rose on the Grave. And I had to look up the lyrics because what I heard from the Most High was Kiss from a Rose on the Grave. But a lot of the lyrics, when you look it up, they say Kiss from a Rose on the Gray. So I was like, okay, Spirit, why are you giving me this message right now? This is a strange, random song. I'm not really a Seal fan per se. So I haven't just recently watched Batman or anything like that for this to be, a piece of a song that I'm hearing. But I do get a lot of my messages through song. I'm clairaudient. So I was like, Kiss from a Rose on the Grave. And I was just listening and listening and listening. And I was like, okay, so we'll think about the Batman movie. Obviously, Batman, witnessed his parents being killed in front of him, and he went through this whole metamorphosis where he had to fight the dark side of himself, but became this like vigilante, trying to take up and help others who were being taken advantage of by, evil energy, so to speak, evil entities. And when I looked up the lyrics and I watched the video, it just further showed me the darkness that comes from, the death process. I do want to say this might be a trigger warning for anyone, just because I'm referencing the death process. So I don't mean to trigger anyone in a negative way, but anyway you are triggered, it is for your highest growth at this time, all right? So I was thinking about it, and I was like, okay, so thinking about endings and new beginnings. We know that after you've gone through an ending of any kind of difficult ending, it's not easy to see what's going to come from it. Where's the light? Where's the happiness? Where's the help from that situation? And like I said, trigger warning, right now. But if we take it a step deeper, and we think about what happens at the end of a funeral, we know that the soil that was dug up is, re-smoothed out over the surface. And eventually that soil becomes new grass, something new grows from that area. New life begins. New life begins not only for the ground, but also for that beautiful soul, okay? And then even in that space, when people do go and they visit, headstones, and they go and they bring flowers to remember those loved ones and to have conversations with them, it is literally bringing flowers to share light in a dark space. And you receive hope knowing that you'll be able to move on easier as time goes on. And also, you know that you can still always speak to the essence of that soul, of that individual. So the mere act of bringing flowers and balloons and, you know, stuffed animals and, you know, mementos and things like that to such a dark space is a kiss from the rose on the grave. Or as I was hearing, a kiss from the rose on the grave. It's bringing light and love and hope to an ending. It's transforming, you know, something that happened. So I was acting spirit. I said, okay, so how does this relate to what is happening with the collective? Why is this the message right now? How do we unpack what this means in, you know, day-to-day life? And I try my hardest when I receive a channel message to really try to make sure I bring it down to the day-to-day, you know, things that we do. So as I was still doing laundry and I was talking to the Most High and Spirit team about this message, I started to hear a part of the song that said, my power, my pleasure, my pain. And I was like, oh, okay. This is about the death of the ego. My power, my pleasure, and my pain. And how the song, you know, how the song goes. He says, you're my power, my pleasure, my pain, baby. You know, so that part of that song. And it just hit me. I was like, oh, okay. So it's a lot of us in the collective energy that's going through ego deaths right now. And we know that the ego comes up to try to protect us when we are afraid of something. Whether it's something good, but something in us keeps us stifled, right? So, you know, this could be the bad relationships, horrible habits, fears, altered states of mind, what we're so happy to keep. It keeps us from growing. And we take pleasure in empowering the ego, knowingly and unknowingly. The ego appears to keep us safe. And we fight against dying to the ego every day. You know, telling yourself no is very, very hard to do. However, through pain comes triumph. So I started to unpack the death of the ego and realizing what comes from endings and new beginnings. You know, as you're telling yourself no, as you're battling with the ego, you know that something great is going to come after it. So I sat down with my oracle cards and with, you know, the Bible, and I opened up to Ezekiel 33, which speaks about heeding the warnings we receive. You know, there being, you know, a watchman, and when the Most High comes and the watchman sees it, they're supposed to sound this trumpet to let everyone know, you know, an ending is coming. So I was like, wow, you know, we receive warnings, we receive these trumpets, you know, this judgment / tower type energy multiple times in life, multiple times in our spiritual journey. And these trumpets in your life can show up in many different ways. It can start to show up when you're realizing you're with the wrong partner because now they're becoming abusive, when you're gaining weight because you have unhealthy eating habits, when you've been written up at work because you're always coming in late, when you have friends and coworkers, you know, and maybe even some family members that are demeaning you. These are all trumpet sounds collective. These are all warnings. And what's keeping us in those situations is the ego, is the fear of dying to that situation, dying to that relationship so that you can receive something new. So after we've heard them, we ignore them. All of us go through ignoring signs and warnings that the Most High gives us. It's part of growth. All of us go through that. And then as you're realizing you're starting to ignore it, you start to think about, well, why am I not leaving this relationship? Why don't I just get up early? You know, why don't I just find me, you know, some new friends? And we start to become comfortable with these excuses. And I just received the affirmation that says, happiness, laughter, peace, and wealth surround me because I am worthy of it. Absolutely. Thank you, Most High. Happiness, laughter, peace, and wealth surround me because I am worthy of it. And realizing you're worthy of happiness, of laughter, of peace, and wealth, you have to then find a way to die to that ego, to die to that relationship, to die to those negative eating habits, to die to those negative substances, okay? And when we fight against them, we open ourselves up to just receive the blowback instead of us taking on the power of doing it ourselves. So these would show up as, being in that abusive relationship. Now your body is all bruised and you're bruised mentally. Start to become being cheated on. You become embarrassed about a situation. You get fired because you decided not to get up early and you've been tardy so much they've given you warnings and now you don't have the job. And now you've manifested an illness within yourself because you didn't want to do the work because buying healthier food is more expensive. So we fight against these warnings. We fight against the things, people are used as tools in our lives for expansion and growth and triggering and mirrors. We start to ignore the fact that this person is in this relationship is giving me a warning and I'm not heeding the warning. So then I begin to ask the Most High, so how do we get out of this energy? How do we successfully battle the ego? How do we encourage ourselves to face off with the ego so that we can receive our flowers, so to speak? And God pointed me to Psalms 1, which speaks about, the blessed meditating on the Most High's law. Meditate day and night. The spiritual, universal law. And being planted in healthy water so that the trees can bear proper fruit. And we know that water in the Tarot community can symbolize your emotions, your emotional body, healing the emotional body, not getting stuck in the fearful state, healing your root chakra, healing your solar plexus chakra to empower yourself. Healing those lower energies, your lower 3 chakras, root, sacral, and solar plexus, so that you can transcend up through the heart. Healing your emotional body will help you tap into hearing the Most High. It will help you tap into the courage you need to face off with yourself, because ultimately you have to tell yourself no first before you go tell that individual no. You have to tell yourself, no, I'm going to get up early because I deserve it, because I'm worthy. I'm not going to be in that relationship because I deserve it, because I'm worthy. I deserve something better. I deserve to eat healthier. I deserve to get up earlier. I deserve to have friends that really support me. Okay? And with this eclipse energy, things are going to be snatched away from us so that new things can be snapped back in. And if you don't take the time to address the ego yourself, something you really, really, really want might be snatched off the table. Okay, we have a solar eclipse, a partial solar eclipse coming up on the 19th of this month of April 2023. We are in Aries season. This is how to spearhead, how to lead your new beginnings. Allow the Most High to snatch those things out. But it's so much better, collective, if you submit to the Most High, I'm ready for you to do it, as opposed to the Most High doing it and you're caught off guard. Blessings come in different shapes and sizes. So even when you surrender to the process, know that what changes might not be exactly what you expected to change, but it's going to bring in exactly what the Most High intended for you to have. So don't be afraid to die to the ego. Okay? Do not be afraid to face off with yourself. Do not be afraid to face off with the darker parts in healing your lower chakras. Do not be afraid to look yourself in the mirror and make that change. As cliche as it sounds, it is the only way to receive what is rightfully yours, collective. So if you needed someone to say, it's okay to make the choices that are right for you, I'm saying it to you now. Choose to say no to the ego and go get your flowers, collective. Go get your roses. Okay? It's giving me Five of Pentacle energy. When you're looking at the dark, but all you have to do is account for what you have and start over. Get what you have. Get your harvest, no matter how small it is, and start with that. Take your rose, take your flowers. Now is the time in the celestial bodies with the eclipse and this Aries energy to really start to implement those new things in your life. You will have the backing from above, and you know, as above, so below. So like I said, this was just the channeling message. Now we're going to go into the cards, and we're going to see how exactly the Most High and the Spirit team is going to guide you specifically through dying to the ego, through receiving your flowers, receiving your abundance, and blossoming after this death energy. All right, so welcome to the card part of the channeled message, where we will go ahead and dive in a little deeper with tarot guidance and oracle guidance. So at this time, I ask the Most High God to cleanse this energy and protect me at this time. I ask that you allow Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, and Archangel Gabriel to come into this reading. I ask my personal spirit guidance and my personal spirit team to come in to assist me, as I am a divine channel at this moment. Most High God, I ask that you utilize me as a tool for the collective and allow any messages to come through that is needed to trigger the soul's ascension for any individual, any soul that comes across this video, no matter what time they see this message is for them. All right, collective, so as I spoke about in the beginning, the channel message was regarding the blossoming after death. And, you know, I'm pretty sure I reiterated it a lot in the channel message. I was 111 on the timer. Just how important it is to fight against the ego, and how important it is to not allow it to hinder you. The ego, we don't always see it as being something negative, but it's keeping you from growth. It is a sort of protective device you have put up, but it keeps us from seeing the truth. Even if you think about daydreaming, you know, that's giving into the ego because it pulls us away from the present moment. And we can plan for the future, but how you manifest that future is in that present moment. All we have is every moment, every single moment right now, in this very now moment. So remember that, and let's go ahead and tap in and see what the Most High wants us to know. And let's also ask about this eclipse energy that's coming up on April 19th. What's being eclipsed out? What's being eclipsed in? What support do we have for the collective? And what else do you want us to know and understand about the blossoming after death for this channel message, Most High God? For those that celebrate, I hope you enjoy Easter. The resurrection energy does deal with blossoming after death, literally. That example of dying and being reborn and being made eternal is literally the blossoming after death. So for that to be the energy that the Most High wanted me to kind of sit in for several days before I was even able to fully vocalize it, I had to really sit still and watch and see what was falling away, and what even within my personal self I needed to let go of. So I fully understand where the collective is at this time. But let's go ahead and see, Most High God, what does the collective need to know right now in the astrology? Thank you. Trine. I have Trine. You can be seeing the number 120. This is fluency, ease, talent, development, privilege, aptitude, self-comfort, temper, laziness, and intelligence. So, you know, your ego could be having you being in a lazy point about anything, procrastination, when it's something that you're needing to go ahead and push through so that you can do that self-development that you need. Trine is working together. What else must I got? Thank you. We have new moon, so we just had a new moon in sidereal Pisces, and the full moon was in sidereal Virgo. So that's a new beginnings, planting seeds, setting intentions, and blank page. So like I spoke about in the channel message, letting go of the ego so that you can receive your newness, so that you can go after what it is that's rightfully yours. And we are in that Aries energy that is the head, that is the beginning. You can also be experiencing things involving your head energy, head codes, breaking out in your face, any teeth issues. Your body could be trying to, what's the word I want to use? Not cooperate, but realign itself with this new crystal energy, with new earth energy. Acclimate, thank you, Spirit. Acclimate yourself to this new earth energy. What else must I got? Nurture. What are you needing to nurture at this time? Nurturing yourself. That comes with saying no to the ego, saying no to situations that are not nurturing for you. Inner wisdom. Really going within and seeing what's best for you at this time, in waxing crescent. Inspiration, creativity, growth, accomplishments, and learning. What have you learned from this process up until now? Even just from the beginning of 2023, we're nowhere into the new year now with us being in Aries season. But from January until now, what have you learned? What type of growth have you gone through at this time? Where is your soul pushing you to go at this time? What are you needing to work with? What new beginnings are trying to come in? What is in your inner self? What kind of nurturing do you need? What seeds do you need to plant? What intentions do you have that needs to be worked on so that they can manifest how they need to manifest at this time? What else must I got in regards to the blossoming after death? Libra balance, yeah. With the full moon in tropical astrology was in Libra. And so for those that don't know, I read sidereal astrology, but I do take the tropical side of astrology and I blend it with the sidereal side of astrology, because as above is the sidereal, as below with how most of the Western world moves, they move in the tropical. So balancing from the Libra energy and the health, the hermit, the spirituality, the learning, the being in the cave, the being in isolation of the hermit. How do you balance yourself out? How are you balancing your spirituality? How are you balancing your health? That was an example I brought up in the in the channel message when I talked about possibly picking up too much weight because you're overeating, negative eating habits. So bringing balance, Libra energy, to your health, that Virgo energy, mixing them together. Okay, and then we have Aquarius. These are things coming out into the open. This is breaking out of the mode, okay? And we do see that we have the Uranus here, but the traditional ruler of Uranus is Saturn, okay? Restrictions. What restrictions have you been bumping up against? Your ego is restricting you. So how do you get free from it? How do you become free from the ego? How do you bring balance? How do you nurture yourself? What is your inner wisdom telling you, okay? Libra is also Venus energy, so your Libra placement, if you have any Libra placements, definitely look at that, or pay attention to your Venus energy. That's self-love, okay? Venus is your self-love energy, your desires. What type of self-love do you have right now? And do you need to fix the level of self-love that you are actually putting forth? What are you showing people about you? Is how you're loving on yourself the reason why you're in an energy where people are either misusing you or mistreating you at this time? Those are the things that the ego is allowing to happen if you're not really keying in and paying attention to yourself. So let's continue to tap in this energy oracle most I got in regards to the blossoming after death, this resurrection energy coming off of Easter and dying to the ego. Like I said, balance, healer energy, healer of the ages. That's literally thank you, Most High. That is the example I just gave. The Libra energy and the Virgo energy coming together. Balancing health, healing yourself, going within, nurturing yourself, tapping into the examples of the Ascended Masters. Crown chakra illumination. How do you need to heal yourself so that you can move forward? Archangel Michael stepping into the reading. Thank you. Working, and I said that in the channel message as well, working on your root chakra. Okay, if there's been any attacks on your root chakra, they're telling you how to go ahead and heal that energy. Also with this beautiful yellow energy, your solar plexus energy. Being strong, being grounded, meditating, knowing that you are safe. It is safe for you to move in this new era in your life. I was going to say area, but error wanted to come out, ERA. It is safe for you to move into this new era in your life right now. And have appreciation for yourself. You have 51 and 15 out here. So 15 could be important to you. You could be 51. You could be a life path number 6, life path number 8. This is your ancestors having appreciation, but this is you, like I said, with that Venus energy, loving on yourself, appreciating yourself. This is you having appreciation for yourself to step away, step back, say no to yourself, refocus, and go back out into the world, planting those new seeds so that they can fully bloom for you. And the blossoming, so they can fully bloom for you, your flowers. Healing yourself, balancing yourself, meditating so you can go and get your flowers. Loving on yourself. You may need to be out in nature more. Be out in nature more. Walk out, go outside, get some fresh air, but leave. With the example that I mentioned earlier about being in an abusive relationship, leave. Have appreciation for yourself. That might be specific to someone. But again, her third eye is lit up. All this crown chakra, third eye activation energy, healing your lower chakra so that you can tap into your higher chakras. But having appreciation for yourself to step out and be courageous. Okay, new eating habits, getting up early, even if it's just having a yogurt instead of a bag of chips. Whatever it is for you. But walking away, saying no to the ego, healing yourself and walking away, not being afraid to step out, coming out of the gate, knowing it's your time, collective. What else, Most High? Goddess of the Moon, knowing, healing your emotional body, listening to your intuition. But when I look at this, I always see this like it's a basketball, like she's shooting her shot. Like, I know I got this. I know I got this, okay? You could have done some energy working with the full moon. The full moon or the next new moon cycle might be very important for you. You can start to work on what you want to manifest and what intentions you want at this time. But this blue energy, okay? Your intuition, your communication, all right? Looking above, seeing the bigger picture, imagining, manifesting, and then shooting your shot with the Most High, shooting your shot with yourself, betting on yourself, knowing that you got it. It can be difficult, but if you do not start, you will never get anywhere. It's all right to start over. You can start over as many times as you want. Don't ever let anyone tell you different. You can start over as many times as you want, as many times as you need. But bet on yourself if no one else is. Know that the Most High and the universe have you. What did I say about that blue energy and tapping into your higher chakras, okay? 6th chakra right here. Thank you, Archangel Metatron, for stepping into the reading. Knowing, okay? Seeing, tapping into your intuition, balancing your chakras, going from your lower chakras to your higher chakras, healing yourself, going out in nature, letting go of the old so you can receive the new. And if you're clouded up in your headspace, like I said, with your mind or your face or your head with this Aries energy, if you're clouded up in your headspace, go out in nature and ground so that you can see and hear from your guidance correctly. Thank you. Yeah, don't be in a space of indecision. This is what the ego will keep you in. Should I or should I not? It's time for you to make a decision. It is time for you to make a decision. see what else the Most High wants to communicate. Maybe feel like something's not coming together where those cards just were. What else, Most High? So the blossom man after death inside, death of the ego, resurrection. Be flexible with yourself. 19 breaking down to a 10 and 1 new beginnings. Don't be afraid to bend a new direction. Okay? So what it may look like it's impossible, do it anyway. Okay? Like I spoke about with the Easter and the resurrection with this egg right here, fertility within your creativity. All right? Being malleable. Allowing spirit to move you in a direction that you need, but not being afraid to bend the opposite direction if you've never been that way. If it looks like something somebody in your family or people you may know have never done before, that doesn't mean you can't do it. Who's to say that you can't do it? Who's to say that you can't do it? Be flexible. That's also giving me yoga energy underneath this healer of the ages. You might be needing to step into yoga at this time. And then we have fork in the road, but we have it in reverse, number 13. Okay, you have to make the decision. Don't allow yourself to be stuck. That's the indecision. Don't allow yourself to be stuck. Make the decision. You have owl there. What else, Messiah? It's also giving me 3 of Wands energy. Thank you. Yeah, they're trying to give you a leg up. Your spirit team and your ancestors are trying to give you what it is that you need to get through the situation. Be flexible. Allow new information to come in. Heal yourself. Ground. Go out in nature. You could be in a cold environment and now it's starting to thaw. But moving forward. Allow yourself to receive the information on how you can get through the situation. Like I said, being in an energy of death and rebirth is not easy. But if you tap into your higher self and the Most High, they will show you where you need to be and where you do not. Because new life is what's awaiting for you, but it's in reverse. You have to know that this is out there for you. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to step into, my dog is barking. Ashe, don't be afraid to step into your newness. Do not be afraid to step into your newness, collective. You could be feeling like you're tired, you don't see it out there, but they're trying to give you a leg up so that you can fully embrace that process in your life. What else, Miss High? Rest it. As I was just about to say, rest and rejuvenate, the battery on my phone said it was low. You could be feeling tired and drained. Rest and rejuvenate. Take a nap. Tap in. Allow your spirit team to communicate with you in astral space. Allow your body to recoup, heal. What else must I? Yeah, but this is a good sign of orphan in reverse, no longer feeling orphan. Yeah, so after you've allowed yourself to go through a process of resting and rejuvenation, it's going to help you feel more connected with yourself, connected with your spirit team, so you'll know that you're not alone. Yes, serendipity, so you know that you're not alone, and everything's going to happen the way it's meant to happen. 18 being a 9. Everything's going to happen the way it needs to happen. Don't be afraid. Tap into your 6th chakra so that you receive the sight and knowing that you're not alone in the situation. Whatever the situation may be, like I said, facing off with the ego is not easy. It's not easy at all. Okay, so let's pull on this eclipse energy also more specifically, Most High God. Let's get some specific messages here. Ooh, okay, the Supreme. You have everything you need. This came out in the last reading. You have everything you need to move forward. This is also the divine saying that they will use all their resources to assist you. Come on. They will use all of their resources to assist you manifest. Okay? This is divine casting, filling your cup. Filling your cup, going within, tapping into your third eye. Re-envisioning, manifesting the supreme in the universe. That is the all. You are the all. That came out in the last reading. Okay, you might want to listen to that. That was in regards to narcissistic energy in the empath, in the empath paradigm, dealing with narcissistic energy. You are the all. You have access to everything. Pentacles, water, swords, wands, emotions, passion, fertility, casting, manifestation, not being afraid to start over, not being afraid to create something new, and allowing the divine to help you, backing you up, create something new. Like I said, passion, allowing the divine to back you up. New passionate beginnings is what's trying to come in. Come on, this is beautiful. Some of you could be going into a relationship right now. Your homes could be, you could be receiving a new home. This could be a platform, social media, okay? Having all you need in your cup, being grounded in your emotions, not being afraid to see your emotions for what they are, but also give them also. You could be a water sign as well. But she does have some tears coming down her face, but I'm looking at her cup, and if you can see it, the water is flowing out of the cup, the emotions. This is my cup runneth over, okay? We have the divine putting into the cup, fulfilling you, giving you a rebirth in your emotions, making you fertile again, giving you the strength that you need to start over, healing yourself, healing your emotional space and your emotional body. These could also be tears of joy that something is manifesting that you didn't think would happen. Okay, you could also be into mermaids as well. What else must have? We got God of Swords, okay? You could be dealing with an air sign. You have those beautiful butterflies right there, communicating transformation. This is being logical. This could be someone in the law industry, all right? This is power. This is, he's giving me steel strength, okay? Like, I have this, and you have this. I'm a warrior, but you can, it's in this card, he's not striking with that sword, but he does have the knowledge. He is holding the knowledge from the Most High. I'm going to take what I have from the Supreme. I know I am the Supreme. I know I am a co-creator God, because I am made in the image of God. Okay, we have the Seven of Wands. This is taking the higher ground. This is making sure that you're this is giving me like watching your back after you leave a situation. But she's not battered and bruised up. Her wand is growing, okay? All this green, beautiful energy is just telling me that her heart chakra is open, is healed. And yeah, she's looking back like, yeah, you might have left you might have left or be needing to leave an air sign. This is inner communication right here with this Eight of Swords being in reverse. All right, don't fight what you need to do. What that's the ego again. If you know you need to leave a, what is that, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, you know, if you need to leave a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, don't fight what you know. This is inside communication, okay? This is also not seeing communication that's coming in, but it's still communication. But we have the Five of Swords in reverse. What about the Five of Swords in reverse next time? Oh, okay. Like I said, don't fight what you know. There could have been some secrets that come out or that's going to be coming out with this eclipse energy. Okay, moving away from being in Five of Swords energy, feeling like people are stabbing you in the back. Again, like I said, with the topic, it's the ego. So I want this happiness, but I feel like I'm not going to get it. This is moving away from being in Five of Swords energy. Again, with this emotions underneath this Goddess of Cups, tapping into your deep emotions, using your intuition to get through whatever the situation is going to be. Endings are not always easy. They're not. But again, with this cup, okay, what did I say earlier? What did I say earlier about how the water's coming out of here? I said this is giving me my cup runneth over. Yes, the Most High could be cutting out some people, cutting out harsh energies so that they can fill your cup, give you what it is that you need in this time. But don't be afraid to try again. Don't, like I said earlier, Three of Wands energy with the indecisiveness. The path to righteousness is straight and narrow. They didn't say it wasn't going to be easy. It didn't say it would be easy. It didn't say it would be easy. But it's straight and narrow, and not everyone chooses it. But you have your spirit guides over here, a big one at that, walking beside you. You might not see it on the same path with you. He's not on the same path. He's not behind her. He's not in front. He's walking beside her. You have support, all right? You have support. Yes, like I said, death and rebirth as I split the deck. Death to the ego, dying to yourself so that you can be reborn. Over here we have that darkness. And over here we have the blossoming. Like I said, a kiss from a rose on the grave, or the grave as I heard. Okay, you could be a Scorpio energy, but this is working with the energy of transformation. You must die to yourself. You must die to the ego so that you can be reborn. Yeah, don't fight this knowing. Be a fool. Take this journey. Take this leap. Take this leap and watch how the Most High shows out for you. Nobody gonna be able to do anything with you once you've mastered yourself. This self-mastery. Once you've mastered yourself, can't nobody do anything with you, even if they wanted to. Don't fight your inner knowing to move forward. Don't worry about those who may not understand. Take the information, take the communication you have, and get moving. Even if you're the only one that that receives the information, or you're the only one that has to cash for it, so what? Oof, okay, your aunt. What did I say? Come on. Where'd the little rhino go? I'm gonna put the rhino back with the three of wands. Your ancestors are writing for you and doing work on your behalf. Like I said, you're not alone. They're right there with you. Even if you don't see them on the path, that could be a time when you're being carried, but they are right there with you. Something in the situation is predictable. Something in the situation is predictable. You know how someone's gonna act. You know what's gonna happen if you overeat. You know what's gonna happen if you come in late. You know how someone's gonna react if you start to take care of yourself and what's the phrase you guys are saying to me? Showing yourself more love than you're showing them. Those people that start to feel like you're being selfish, because you are. You are being selfish. Blow cinnamon on your door for abundance. So if you've never done that before, you take some cinnamon, you pour it in your hand, you open your front door, and you blow abundance into your home, okay? Purchase new tarot cards. Find ones that share detailed messages. Accept your powers and work with them. Yes. Accept your powers and work with them. Work with your guidance. Get out of nature, like I said earlier. Get out of nature so you can receive the information you need. Okay, and here's a beautiful affirmation. This is something that I say often before I lay down for rest. This is something I say for the astral plane to keep me protected. It says, only those beings which exist in the highest order of light may stand in my presence. You want to say this 4 times in every direction. Only those beings which exist in the highest order of light may stand in my presence. And if you start to see some people get a little agitated or they stop coming around, it's because they didn't exist in the highest order of light. We have Kali Ma here. This is destructive energy. You could work with Kali Ma. Let's see what other messages we have here. But she's also very protective with those that she works with, okay? Working with Kali Ma will help you destroy some things within yourself so that she can show you where to shine at, all right? With all of these energies, they come from directive of the Most High. They bow to the Most High, so never be afraid to work with them. Just don't worship them over the Most High, all right? Just be careful with that. Okay. They're just throwing them at me. Speak up. Work. Okay, speak up. Work with when and how. Knowing when to use the communication that you're receiving. Don't be afraid to speak up for yourself. Prepare more home-cooked meals. We talked about health early with that Virgo energy and the ego and healthier food being more expensive and all that stuff that comes in and keeps you from having a healthier body. Prepare more home-cooked meals. This person is unavailable. So I talked about you looking at this air sign, walking away from this air sign. Like I said, it doesn't have to be an air sign, but in that specific incident it was, that person is unavailable. And you probably already know that. So stop fighting it and move on. Hold the line. Hold the line means, this came from when I think about the movie 3131 on the timer. When I think about the movie 300 or any type of gladiator type Spartan movie, when it might just be a few of them and they're under siege, they're under attack, they usually yell something like, you know, something that reforms the group, the collective. They hold tight, they hold the line. This hold the line means stand 10 toes down for what it is the Most High is telling you to do. Okay, restructure yourself. Gather yourself back together and brace for impact. That's what hold the line means. Brace for impact and push back. That's what hold the line means, okay? It's okay to do your own research when working with deities. Like I just said with Kali Ma, thank you, Spirit. As you tap into them, the energy exchange shows them you can be worked with. So like I said, it's okay to work with these energies as long as you do your research and you do not worship them over the divine creator, okay? Capital G, capital O, capital D, created the lowercase g's, all right? That's not to say that there aren't other gods, because there are. We are gods. We were created in God's image, but make sure you're doing your research. So if you've never worked with Kali Ma, make sure you're doing your research first, okay? Book a Reiki session and a healing session. You might need to clear up your energy. Okay. What else do we have? Let's finish out these oracles. And we'll go ahead and wrap up. So just as a recap, this is just showing you how to, these are the specific messages on what energies to work with, how to work with the energies to assist you in breaking away from the ego. But heavy information in regards to working with your inner knowing, because you are a light worker. So you can have a bit more to fight through because you're here for a specific mission. And it can be hard and it can be dark at times. But there's other light things out there waiting for you. Trying came out twice. That was the first card we got, Pyramids. This is working with the energies, working with yourself. Okay, let me reread what that had said. It said, ease, talent, development, privilege, aptitude, self-comfort, temper, laziness, and intelligence. It came out twice. Very important energy, okay? You might have some trines in your own natal chart. You might want to look up the current placements in the celestials to see what trine energy is happening at this time so you can work with that energy. What is love to you? How has your upbringing influenced this? Our upbringings have a lot to do with how we love ourselves and how we love others. And it's difficult to unpack that. And it's even more difficult to turn away from that if it's not how you want to love right now. Okay. And then get more information. Like I said, get more information about shrines, about Kali Ma, about booking a Reiki session, anything like that. All right. So I do want to pull some affirmations for you guys. Let's pull some affirmations. Oh, hold on. These cards is all over the place. Hold on, let's get this right. Let's get this right. There we go. All right, let's put some affirmations for the collective. Okay. So we have marathon. You've been training, preparing for these moments. Remember, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. There is no need to rush the process. Don't give up now. Keep going. With that infinity sign right there. You also might be a Nipsey fan as well. Double up, yeah. Absolutely, yes. Okay. We have individuality. Freedom of expression is a gift and what makes you you. Always feel comfortable expressing your individuality regardless of what others think. Like I said, so what? If they don't care, so what? If they never did it, so what? Who cares? It doesn't matter. Your style, beliefs, and interests create a unique picture to share with the world. We got Andre 3000 right there. I like the way you move. Was that Big Boy? But that's what I heard. Okay. All right. Now I'm starting to get, now the music is starting to come in. All right. Okay, now ladies. Yeah. Okay, what else? Anything else? Any other affirmations for the collective? Okay. We have beyond 3D. Sometimes events and situations are beyond what we can see physically at the moment. Tap into that sixth chakra. Now is the time to trust that there is more than meets the eye. Understand that the 3D world we live in is just one aspect of our reality. Yes. Make sure you use the affirmation. Only those beings which exist in the highest order of light may stand in my presence. Tap into the other side of reality. And let's get one more. Oh, okay. Well, I guess they said two more. And then since my battery still have some charge, let's see what might come out in love. Okay, we have vision. Visualization is the first step to make your dreams come true. If you can see it clearly in your mind's eye, like I keep talking about, Ashe, thank you, Spirit. When you are putting yourself mentally where you want to be physically, the mind is a powerful. Oh, they misspelled that wrong. The mind is powerful. Use it to create your own reality. Vision. Visualize, manifest, see yourself there, and then with every waking moment, live it out like it's already happened. Action. Like I said, live it out like it's already happened. You are the director of your life, and sometimes you have to yell action to yourself. Take the initiative to make progress and move forward with your endeavors. It's never too late to start and use however many times you need. They have a couple typos in here, but I get what they're saying, which is what I said in the beginning. You can start over as many times as you want. I always thank the Most High for backing me up. You can start over as many times as you want. Take the action that's needed to love yourself, to restart, to plant those seeds, to plant them, those intuition, those moments. Visualize it, manifest it, take action, visualize it, and manifest it. We are in Emperor energy right now with Aries energy. Take action. We had the Fool come out, okay? Take action for yourself. All right. So let's just see. Let's pull on some of these and I'm gonna go ahead and close out. But we are talking about what's being eclipsed in or possibly eclipsed out. So let's see, for those that are interested in love, what the romance angels may have. Could be telling you to leave someone. Again, with the ego, could be telling you to leave somebody. So let's see. It's safe. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Love is the highest energy of all. Love yourself first, and then the love that you want will show up on the outside, externally. Playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit to to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. God and nature, play, be friendly, okay? Try something different. Your person that you fall in love with may be someone different, like they said, different than whom you're used to dating. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Ask your team. I want something different. I want something new. Just seen 40, 56. So that's 4, 5, 6. I want something new. What steps can I take to bring in new love? Okay. Living stuff all over the place. Retreat. It is time to disconnect from the world. So if you are in union, they're telling you it's time for you to spend some time alone with that individual. But spending time alone and being one with yourself, taking yourself out on dates, you might bump into someone and spark up something new and create that trying energy with them. All right, let's do one more. Thank you. Children. Your love life is being affected by children. You might want children, or you might be feeling like you can't do anything new because you're always at home with your children. It is okay to get someone safe to watch them, okay? Go enjoy yourself. Don't allow being a parent to stop you from finding new love, all right? Don't allow that to stop you from finding new love energy. And it said, let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. So, in regards to the children's situation, ask your friends to step in. If you trust them, if you believe that they can watch over your children in a good and safe manner, ask them to watch your children as you sneak off and enjoy some time to yourself. Or go out on a date. Or maybe they might know someone who's looking to, to date, a single life and stuff like that. But if you know they are the kind of individual who you've always been with, who you've always dated, and you've had you in this psychic loop because it feels safe, say no. Try something different. Take yourself out and visualize how it would be to be with your equal, okay? Sitting across from you. But enjoy yourself, all right? So I'm going to go ahead and close out. Let's get a few angel answers for the collective at this time. You can go ahead and ask any questions that you have. I'm going to pull 3 cards and we'll go ahead and close. This overall has been a very good reading. Nothing too dark came out. This is just how to face off with yourself and how to support yourself in this ending. They showed you how to bring in abundance, how to go out and enjoy fun, how to balance yourself, working on your light worker energy, trying energy, that your ancestors are with you. This has been a really, really, really good reading, but it's a good reading because it's telling you if you do these things, you will be able to get over the ego with ease and grace, okay? Wait, okay, so if you ask the question, wait is the first answer. Then we have forgiveness. I have forgiveness for the situation. If you ask if you should forgive someone, and let's get one more. And I have, it's up to you, okay? It's up to you to face off with yourself. You have to have forgiveness for yourself. And if you need to wait for your spirit team to show you what to do, pause, ask your question, say, what do I do? Wait for the answer. Have forgiveness for yourself for however you had to survive to get through any situation, okay? It's up to you to choose yourself. 4422, as I just seen on the timer. It's up for you to choose yourself. It's up to you to love yourself enough to give yourself a new try. It's up to you to believe in yourself, to believe that you are worthy of these things that the Most High wants to give you. It's up to you for you to believe you deserve it. Be flexible with yourself, ground, go out in nature, tap into all of your chakras, okay? All of your chakras, so that you can ascend and go up that Jacob's ladder, so that you can receive the knowledge and the power that is within you, okay? So this has been the channel message for this time. I now send your energy back to the Most High and I call back my own. Thank you so much for your time and your presence here. Please like, comment, and share. And I look forward to communicating with you on the next time. Enjoy this resurrection energy. Enjoy this Passover energy. Enjoy this Aries energy. Enjoy this eclipse energy. I love you all. Peace, bliss, and namaste.